The modern word for perfume has its origins in the Latin Romance languages and can be broken down to fumes from a burning substance, from Middle French or the Middle French word parfum or parfumer, which means to scent. In Italian, we have perfumare, and in Spanish, we have perfumar. Both those words, per and fumar, can be broken from the Latin words per, which means through, and fumare, which means to smoke. So perfumar means a perfume or an essence coming from smoke, but this is in liquid form. Now, I don't want to make the video too long. We cannot doubt or deny the origins of how our ancient ancestors used incenses. It extracted the essence from woods and resins to call or to praise the gods. And then later, it was made into sacred oils, and then much later into perfumes. And perfumes are still used today because they're very appeasing to the spirits. And so the three that you see here are well loved in many Caribbean folk magic. And so this is what we're going to be talking about today. Luz y Progreso, light and respects, honor and respects. This is your host, Sancista Brujo Luis. So today I'm doing a video on spiritual colognes. I'm going to title the video Voodoo Colognes. Now, you have seen me review these perfumes in other videos, but I want to focus on not so much the Florida water, but these three, which I have spoke about before, but I really want to place a video completely on it. Now, I have spoken on Florida water in many videos. Florida Water by Murray and Lanman came out in 1830. So I have done many videos on Agua Florida or Florida water and its importance in Espiritismo and Caribbean folk magic. So I'm not really going to go too deep into it. It was manufactured by Murray and Lanman in 1830, and in Espiritismo and in Voodoo and in those traditions, Santeria is used as an offering to the spirits, as an offering to the dead for protection and removing negative energies. It's a spiritual purifier. It purifies the home and objects around the house. Is used in spiritual baths, cleansing spiritual and ritual paraphernalia and objects. There's 101 uses for Agua Florida. So I'm going to put this to the side and I'm going to focus on these three, which is by LT Piver. Okay, these are popular fragrances that you will see in traditions such as Haitian Voodoo, New Orleans Voodoo, Puerto Rican Espiritismo, Sanse, Espiritismo Cruzado. And these perfumes are from a French perfumer known as LT Piver, and they are these three right here, which we're going to talk about and focus today. So the first one that I want to talk to you about is Reve D'or. Reve D'or means, I think it means golden dreams, and it first came out in 1889 by LT Piver. I'm sorry, I don't have the box for it, so I'll just put a box somewhere on here. But it first came out in 1889, and it is an Oriental Floral, and its top notes are Aldehydes, lemon, geranium, basil, and cloves. Then we have its heart notes, which are Heliotrope, Carnation, Lilac Tea, Rose, Orange Blossom. And then its base notes are Sandalwood, Vetiver, and Musk. Now, this is a very popular perfume that you will see in Voodoo and in Espiritismo. And is often used for an offering or as a perfume for the Loa Erzulie Dantor. It's popular with Oya, for Santa Marta la Dominadora, Mami Wata, La Baronesa del Cementerio, Mama Brigitte. It is also popular with Congo Spirits, the Petro Spirits or the Petro Loa in Haitian Voodoo, and also to any spirit that fall under those courts. This is what is popular with that, which is Reve D'or. which means golden dreams. If you follow a neo-pagan tradition, this would be popular with the crone aspect of the goddess. Now, Pompeia is classified as a Chypre Floral, and this one came out in 1907, and its base notes are lemon, lavender, geranium. Its hearts notes are rose, jasmine, ylang ylang, iris, and its base note is patchouli. And this perfume, okay, you will see in Voodoo used for the Loa Dambala, also for Erzulie Freda, also popular and sacred with Ochun, Maria Leonza, La Sirene, Yemaya. Also, if you follow the pagan or neo-pagan tradition, this would be popular with the maiden aspect of the goddess, which is Pompeia. So just in case I didn't say, because I'm not sure, in Espiritismo, this would be popular with La Congo Spirits and Gitana Gypsy Spirits as well, okay? While La Pompeia would be well received by Las Madamas, Las Negritas, and also some Gitanas also enjoy, Españolas also enjoy Pompeia. So just in case I didn't mention that in Espiritismo, if you have a spirit guide that works in that, Congas would be this, and La Madama would be this, you know. Gitanas, they could both use either one, okay? So I just wanted to add that to the video. And lastly, we have Heliotrope Blanc. Heliotrope Blanc is one of the oldest perfumes by LT Piver, okay? And you will see it not so much popular in Espiritismo, but it is very popular within Haitian Voodoo. And it is used, well, first of all, it came out in 1850. It is the oldest of the three. And it came out, and it's popular with Yemaya, La Reina del Mar, Santa Clara, the Simbi Spirits, La Sirene, and Clemencine. If you follow a pagan tradition, or New Age pagan tradition, this would be popular with the mother aspect of the goddess. And the notes on a Heliotrope Blanc are, so it's just one note all the way. So you're gonna get almonds, heliotrope, jasmine, vanilla, and ylang ylang. So I have done videos on spiritual colognes before. If you have not checked them out, I will place them down in the link. Go check them out. So let me give you what fragrance family these perfumes fall in. So the first one, Rev D'or, falls into an Oriental Floral, and it's very it's got this floral and spicy aroma. It's got these oriental resinous that's good for probably fall, maybe cool spring, okay? And that's classified as an oriental floral. And when you open it, it's got this nice floral scent and a little spice and kick to it. So it's very good for fiery spirits, okay? And again, I said fall season and maybe a spring, cool springs. Then we have a Pompeia. Pompeia is a Chypre Floral, very floral, and this reminds me, this is one of my favorites. You can use this any time of the year. This reminds me of that classic old lady perfume. These are not perfumes. These are actually, I think Reve D'or is an eau de cologne. This is a lotion, which would be kind of like a cologne or a splash. But this is a Chypre Floral, and I use it all year long, but good seasons are, you can use this on warm seasons, cool summer nights, all throughout the year. It is just fitting. And this reminds me, when you open it up, it reminds me of that old lady perfume bag. You know, when you open up grandmom or your mother's makeup bag, she's got like all her talc powders and perfumes and lipsticks and everything. You open that bag and that's what it smells like. This is what I get when I smell Pompeia. Heliotrope Blanc. Heliotrope Blanc is a floral gourmand. Gourmand means it's kind of like an edible notes. This one is the funniest one because when you smell it, the first thing I think of is like, how do I explain this? So the first thing that I think of is like banana split ice cream. Then I think of like almond cookies. What else do I think when I get this? Like in the 70s, there used to be these like, I don't know if they were strawberry shortcake or these plastic dolls, and the dolls would have this sort of plasticky aroma to it. So this reminds me of that. It reminds me of marzipan. I don't know if you all know what marzipan is, but this is what this reminds me of. Marzipan is an ingredient that's used in a lot of cookies and baking and all that. So this is one of the least ones that I would wear. I would use this more for baths, for spiritual baths. I would not necessarily put this on my body, but they can be used for cleansings. Okay, all of these perfumes or all of these lotions can be used for cleansings. Now, if you follow Santeria, okay, this perfume, these could be used to represent or as an offering to 3 orishas, or they could be used for other orishas, but this would be great for Oya, this would be good for Ochun, and this would be good for Yemaya. If you follow Voodoo traditions, traditionally this is used for Erzulie Dantor, Erzulie Freda, and La Sirene, okay? In Espiritismo, you can use this to represent the three Marias, las tres Marías, fe, esperanza, y caridad, faith, hope, and charity. You can use this also to represent the 3 aspects of the goddess, which would be maiden, mother, and crone. Maiden, mother, and crone. The 3 lotions, Pompeia, Reve D'or, and Heliotrope Blanc, can be also used to represent the Morai. The Morai are the 3 sisters of fate. There's the spinner, Clotho, the allottor or the distributor, Laxesis, and the unturning and the inflexible one, Atropos. So you can use that to represent, if you happen to work with the 3 sisters of fate, you can use that. The reason why I'm doing this is because you will come across these in a lot of botanicas, and they are very popular in Haitian Voodoo and Espiritismo as offerings to the spirits when preparing baths for the spirits, to perfume your spirits down, to perfume offerings to your spirits. So if you come across any of these perfumes in the botanica, they are very popular in Caribbean folk magic, Voodoo, Espiritismo, Santeria, Maria Leonza, Umbanda, and just the list goes on and on and on. So try them out, and I hope you enjoyed. Now, one thing, like when you do get these perfumes, I'm going to show you how to open them, because there's a trick to opening these perfumes, and so a lot of people get confused on how to open them. So the next part and the ending of the video is how to actually open up these perfumes. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Here I have a brand new bottle of Lotion Pompeia LT Piver Paris. Okay, this is the 14.25 ounce bottle. A lot of people ask me, how do you open these perfumes? They're a little bit complicated, and if you don't understand it, it's going to be a little hassle. So I'm going to show you, okay? And if you buy any perfume from LT Piver, they're all going to be like this, whether it's Reve D'or, Heliotrope Blanc, Pompeia, whatever it may be. So let me just show you. So you open the box, and inside is your gem, which is your, in this case, Pompeia. And let me pull it out of the box. Okay. And here is your Pompeia. And, of course, it's going to have the lid with the marking LTP. And what you're going to do is unscrew it. And this is where people get confused. They come across this, let me take off the flash. This gold thing, it's very hard. Okay, so I took off the flash so you can see it says LTP, which is LT Piver, and this is a hard little nozzle to take off, but it's actually really easy if you understand what you're doing. So I recommend a sharp object, a small knife, and maybe some tweezers. I don't have tweezers on me right now, but what you want to do is you want to poke a small hole lightly. Make sure someone's holding the bottle, and you want to poke a hole, a small hole right there, or slit. And with tweezers, you want to peel that off. I'm just going to peel it off with my thumbs, but then I'll do another one where I'm using tweezers. But I'm going to puncture the hole right there and then peel it off. Peel it off with my fingers. Be careful because it's very sharp. Before I do make the indentation, I want to show you exactly where. Okay, this is my Pompeia, by LT Piver. So you can see this little gold cap. Okay, I'm going to just show you around it. Okay, you see where it indents? That's where you want to poke the hole. But there's going to be a right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. That's where you want to poke your hole, right there with your knife. So you want to aim your knife or your sharp object, and it's very hard because I'm right there. That's where you want to poke, and poke lightly until you get the knife or the sharp object inside. Then you're going to use some tweezers and peel this part off. Now Pompeia and Reve D'or and all of them, they have a cotton. You can't even see it through here, but there's a cotton swab within it. You can leave your cotton. I like to leave them, or you can remove it. Okay, but that's right there. That's where you want to puncture your hole, right there, right there, above that little dent right there. I want to show you that sometimes I'm going to show you two LTPs. Okay, so this is Reve D'or, but you see the slit where you puncture? Sometimes you're going to get, this might confuse you, two little knots right there, two little slips. So you can puncture in any of these two holes, or both, or in between, okay? Sometimes you're going to get that, so I'm just making sure that you see that as well. Okay, so after you make the puncture, you see that I made that puncture right there? Okay, so what you want to do is you want to get tweezers, and you want to get in there and then pull up and pull up. So let me do this with both hands. When I did the two punctures, I also held it with both hands. Okay, so you want to get in there and pull. Go. Now you see that it has this like it's like a hard plastic. But you want to peel all this off carefully. Be careful not to cut your fingers. This is very sharp, okay? So just peel it off carefully. So once you have it peeled, okay, now you want a little hole. This is like it's like a plastic. So what you want to do is you want to puncture a little hole. Now it's best to always hold it with both hands, but see I did a little hole, and I'm going to crisscross it, okay? And so I'm going to crisscross that. And then I got a little hole which is going to extract the perfume. Make sure that be careful with these sharp edges. You can remove this whole thing. You know, some people just like it like that. And then you have an opening for your perfume. Okay? I'm going to show you how to remove the whole thing. Now, a lot of people like to leave it like that or remove the whole plastic thing. And again, just be careful that you don't cut yourself. Always use two hands. So try to get in there, in a crevice, and peel it off. You can see the process. I carefully peeled all that metal part. Now I'm using pliers because this is sharp, or tweezers, and just peel it. Now, the reason why I can't record is because I'm by myself and I'm doing this. So it's always good to peel while holding the bottle. And see, this comes off right here. And it's just a plastic little thing. And then you got your opening. And that's it. That's as simple as it is to open your Reve D'or or your Pompeia. And with a lot of patience, you can just peel this off, and then you got your open perfume and your lid to cover it up. Just wanted to show you how to open that, because a lot of people don't know how to open their spiritual colognes when it comes to LT Piver. And then I just wanted to show you that. And this is like a hard plastic. You can leave it on if you leave the rim of the golden thing. And if you do, you just puncture holes or just completely remove it off. All right. This is Francisco Luis. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and please leave those comments. Ciao.